Hey YouTube, I'm bringing you some more ribs with the Humphrey's Battle Box. This time around I'm using Jealous Devil charcoal. There's not going to be a lot of commentary in this. I wanted to play around with subtitles and learn editing a bit more, so I'll have some commentary throughout, but it will not be continuous. So here you see me setting up charcoal. The stuff is really dense, burns really nice, and don't have any problems with it. So I live at a house where I don't really have a finished backyard, and for most of my girls that wasn't a problem, but for this one I'm afraid it might roll away from me. I've been doing an inverted ramp on my slanted driveway. And here I am rolling it in place, and what I don't show you here is I put some stuff in the back to make sure it doesn't roll down the hill and into my neighbor's yard, which would probably be a hilarious sight if it actually happened. I got this fire tool off of Amazon for fairly cheap. I think it's about 30 bucks. I'll put a link in the description down below, but it works pretty dang good. Can't complain. Adding cherry and apple wood here. I added a lot more wood than last time because I didn't get a very good smoke ring, so this time around made sure there was enough. And here we are adding the hot coals to the fire. And the poker tool, again, works great. Because I ran into some issues a while back with the smoker dropping temp once it bends around the first part of the maze, I decided to use the tool to shove some of the coals together and make sure that didn't happen. I don't know if it was necessary or not, but it was a good reason to test out the tool. What I found out throughout all of this is that depending on where the fire is and where it's coming out of the false walls, it'll color the meat differently, and so you'll see at the very end my ribs have a different coloring on them. Throughout the cook I noticed this and tried to shuffle them around, though I don't show it in video. In the future I may drop the maze and just try to light it across the front and see how, or if that changes how the meat looks when it's distributed evenly throughout the smoker. Here's a quick compilation of me doing ribs. I don't always run a yellow mustard binder like I do here, but sometimes I like to do it, and it doesn't really affect the cook all that much, so here we go. Fortunately for this, I was prepping this food for some other people as well as to go to a house invitation later, and I didn't get a lot of footage, so forgive me in that regard. So you'll see me load it, spritz once, and pull it out. I think I spritzed 3 to 4 times throughout the cook. Generally throughout this cook I maintained 250 degrees. Towards the end I turned it up to speed along 2 of the rib racks that weren't really coming along as fast as I would like. It definitely seems like the top of the smoker cooks a lot hotter than the middle or the bottom. Here's the first rack of ribs. Here are the second and third racks of ribs. They all turned out pretty good despite the difference in appearance. Here I am cutting it up. Just cutting it from the underside is much easier than doing it from the top. I know it doesn't look nearly as pretty, but oh my, it's much easier to manage. Finally got the smoke ring I was looking for, so I'm very happy with that. Hopefully here in the future I'll do something other than ribs on this to show you guys. Brisket would be really nice, but we'll see with the price of beef currently. Thank you all very much for watching, and I appreciate you joining me on this adventure.